It's a Christmas miracle.
Hey, kids. Welcome to, yes, believe it or not, another exciting episode of The Tipsy Irishman with Mr. Scotsman here. You know who you are. Anyways, hey, we got we're trying to get technical here. We got a little logo back there. It's the old logo, but it's still pretty cool because it's got all the highfalutin, when we weren't too big for ourselves logo back there.
That's nice to have just something to fill in the space between our giant heads.
Oh, long head, fat head. We're like a Laurel and Hardy over here.
That was a fresh crack.
So I have no idea about any of this, other than the fact that I know I'm going to love them already.
Yeah,
but
full transparency, we've had these before.
Have we?
Yeah, we had them at Johnny's.
I don't think I had them at Johnny's.
When we were sitting with Chris Maitland, shout out the homie, and he's like, "Oh, you got to try the rye because it's going to blow you away." And I'm not going to give too much away if you don't remember it then, because there's something to this rye that's actually really incredible, at least to me. So tonight we've got the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass 2 of the 3 series that just released this year. We've actually had them for a while. We probably should have jumped on and done the show a few months ago when they were new. That the backlog is just intense right now. We have so much just sitting on us waiting to get to.
So much.
So
if you can believe that.
Yeah, after over 200 shows,
we're right under, or we're just under 200,
and we still have a backlog of things to get to.
So many things. I'm amazed. Not only that, like I said on the last show, I'm amazed that I can walk into a day that I come to your house or another member's house, walk in and there's 30 bottles I've never seen or tried before.
Yeah.
Like, huh? What? That's amazing, though, because it keeps, that means we got another 300.
There's a bunch.
Another 300 shows to do.
That's the issue with the hobby, right, is there's always something new coming out, like the Grain to Glass. And my buddies really had disparaging words to say about the marketing behind these bottles, right? When you talk about Grain to Glass, Heaven Hill owning the entire process, it's not unique to them. There's a ton of distillers that own the totality of the process, right? They own the farms where their grain is sourced. They use unique processes. Wilderness Trail was actually, I believe, one of the first distilleries to patent some of the different strains of the wheat that they use. And so it's not unique to the Heaven Hill Distillery, but in doing research for this show, what they're talking about is that they're using the different seed grains in these releases every year to get a different flavor or a different alcohol content out of it. And specifically with what we're drinking tonight on the bourbon, the corn seed that they used in the making of this was unique to just this bottle. It was hand selected by Heaven Hill. The corn's supposed to be waxier or something. It's supposed to impart some kind of different notes or something along those lines. So
it's viscous.
So it's probably a mix of marketing, BS, and truth, right? The truth probably lies somewhere in the middle.
I'm super excited already for that. I just love that word right there.
Oh, the straight rye whiskey?
Just the rye. I know the rye word.
So we have 2 of the 3 of this series. The initial series came out with 3. The one we're missing is the wheated. I did not pull the trigger on the wheated. I've had it. I had it at Johnny's. It was low proof. It was like a 102 or something like that. I wasn't blown away by it. These are not cheap. These bottles are not cheap. I believe the rye, I had a gift certificate to Total Wine. A buddy of mine gave me for my 40th birthday, and I finally cashed it in. So I think out the door on this one, it was like $70.
You got this one for me, right?
And I think that one came in through Publix, but I think they're both over 100. Which on their face, right? When you read
cash, don't tell me the proof.
I'm not going to tell you the proof, but when you talk about statistics around that, these are 6.5 year, almost 7 year aged Heaven Hill products for double the price of the 7-year Heaven Hill Bourbon and Bond. Which is
that what it is? The one I have in mind?
Yeah, which is a favorite of ours. Sometimes you can find those things at Sam for like $39.
Bought it, loved it.
They're great. God dang, that's such a good bottle to always have.
They're okay at the price point where I'm at. But
can't be mad at it. I wouldn't pay more than 50, but you find them cheap.
I think it's 52 at my store.
Yeah, 52.
$52.99.
Yeah,
if you really want it, it's a solid pour. But
absolutely.
But yeah, like I said, Sam has like truckloads of it right now, and I bought one. I was so happy.
But on their face, there are things about these that I thought I would like and things that I thought that I wouldn't like, and we'll get into it when we get into the tasting. The rye specifically, straight rye whiskey, no additives. That's fantastic. 63% rye. That is above, you got a lot of these, that barely legal rye, that 51% rye. This is significantly above that, which means it should be a little more minty, a little more of that wintergreen spearmint kind of flavor in the rye, which I very much enjoy.
Punch you in the throat.
And then the bourbon, the straight bourbon, 35% rye, which is high rye, and 13% malt.
Really?
That's pretty malty.
That's kind of like the Knob Creek I just bought, a mix of the rye and the regular.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one's just barely legal bourbon. It's 52% corn, right? So historically,
bourbon.
Your ryes are barely legal ryes. They're 51% rye. This is barely legal bourbon. It's barely corn. It's 52%. So it's right at the minimum. So let's work our way left to right. We'll jump into the bourbon first. And
I see what you did here.
Well,
I was going to ask, what did you do here?
Ryes historically are a little more punchy. Yeah?
It's just like,
Man,
you see that girl walk in the barn and you go, damn, she's fine.
That does smell incredible. I don't remember.
The caramel and the.
It is very caramely.
Something else.
It's that high malt. It's
something else. Too.
That kind of, it adds almost like a rounded smoothness to the nose. That malt.
I like that. It does. It's rounded.
It kind of adds texture to the nose. That high malt. That's where I pick up.
Back.
I don't remember loving this. I had both of these at the same time. In my brain, I don't remember loving, but the nose is great. I hope it tastes half as good as it smells. Cheers.
Wow. Ooh. What is that?
Wow.
It's like so it goes in your tongue and then does this.
Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of like falls.
But it wraps around. That was crazy.
I wouldn't have told you this was 35% rye. It doesn't taste as high rye.
Said butterscotch.
Yeah, very sweet. Butterscotchy, caramely,
like a mellow butterscotch.
The finish,
which is weird.
The finish tells you that it's got a pretty decent rye content to it. Again, I get rye in my gums and proof on my tongue.
Yeah,
I'm getting this more on the gums, and it's relatively low proof to me.
Not a good heat.
Yeah,
I didn't mean that. I mean not a bad heat. I didn't mean good. Not a bad heat.
Yeah,
very mellow.
Not super ethanol on the nose.
Very great. Just straight. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm gonna say.
Now that I know it's got a high malt content, I can pick it out because I'm looking for it. Had I not known, I probably wouldn't have picked up on it as easily.
105.
Oh, I think you're really close. 107.
Ooh, I'm in the wheelhouse.
You
man.
were right. Listen,
I'm in the ballpark.
Anything within 5 proof points is awesome. That's great. Well done. You were able to cut through that high rye content because it does. The finish lingers on the gums. It lingers on the tongue.
The second one was a little hotter than the first one.
Really?
Not like hot, just a little more proofy.
Mine wasn't
proofy to me.
I don't get a lot of proof out of that. That's why I said it gives me that low proof kind of profile.
This would be a good
cocktail.
What's the one you like? The Mrs. likes.
Oh, E.H. Taylor.
Old fashioned. You think it'd be a good old fashioned maker?
It's
got a little bite to it.
I don't know. I kind of like my old fashioned mixers to be slightly less. What's that?
We have the
Luna,
the man mascot. the actual breathing mascot just came in and moved the camera. Sorry, guys.
It's I honestly don't know. I don't know what makes a great cocktail liquor because like when a Manhattan, I like a fruitier rye, like a citrus rye, but
I don't mix. So people all the time come to me and say, "Hey, do you drink?" And I'm like, "Yes." Well, what do you mix your what do you drink? And then I tell them bourbon or whiskey, and they say, "What do you mix it with?" And
air.
I said ice.
Yeah, glass.
Ice or nothing.
I mix it with a glass.
I'm old. I ain't got time for all that.
It's definitely a different experience than the 7-year bottled and bond. The 7-year bottled and bond is a little sharper, not as rounded, not as refined.
It's just crisp. What it is what it is. And
agreed, but at that price point, you're up against some really heavy hitting bottles. At that $100, $110 price point, there's some really good stuff out there.
The bottle and bond.
Oh yeah, the bottle and bond.
Bottle and bond's crisp to the point, gets it done, super mellow, super straightforward, and delicious.
Yeah, no, this was a very good pour.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
It's something that I will drink. This bottle will disappear, but I don't know that I'll restock that one at the price point. The price point's pretty high.
Right. God, that makes sense. We're going to the next one.
Jump to the
We're
right.
on to the next thing.
That's rye. I mean, that is...
Which is funny because that does smell like this, but doesn't taste like this smells, if that makes any sense to you at all.
Not a ton of ethanol on the nose. You can take a huge big whiff of it. You're getting a lot of that. To me, that is just straight spearmint. It smells like gum. It smells like spearmint gum, like a sweet spearmint.
Like a mellow spearmint, though.
Yeah, but no, I mean, you can take a huge whiff of that, right? No ethanol burn. It's not watering up your eyes. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely Christmassy. Almost piney.
That finish, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, almost not crazy. Almost like an IPA pine. But just for a second, like not ugh.
Way in the back.
Yeah, way in the back.
Like way in the back in the roof, like right kind of where your tongue meets the roof of your mouth when you're swallowing. I can taste what you're tasting.
Almost like a sprig or something.
Bright, good finish. Just a really classic.
A little burn, but still not a bad burn.
Yeah, just a classic straight rye whiskey like that.
Like you're drinking, you know that you had a rye just now. Like I know I just drank a rye. Like I have the rye, the rye choke, the rye choke right here.
The finish lingers everywhere.
A little more viscous on this one.
It's the hottest night it's been here in like a month. It's like 74 degrees outside still. This would have been great tomorrow when it's going to be 42. Like if you were drinking outside in the cold, maybe sitting around a campfire or something, that is a very, very good pour. It's not coming back up on me. It's not fighting me. I had chili for dinner too. Like I was thinking, like, oh man, I'm about to go drink a bunch of whiskey. I ate a bunch of chili.
I'm gonna go 110.
And this is where it goes off the rails. And this is why I love this bottle. 123.2.
Jesus Christ!
No,
it's not. No, it's not. Are you effing kidding me?
No, isn't that insane? Drinks nowhere near 123.
So with that being said, just like the Bourbon Bond, it does not taste 100 proof at all. It tastes way more mellower than that.
Isn't that wild?
That is crazy.
So this is 63% rye,
way off,
24% corn, 13% malt. I think it's the combination of the rye and the malt that's giving you that
kind of went
flavor.
off the in the series. Maybe they're not going to go
right. And that so again, we're sitting at Johnny's, and I was talking about the grain to glass, and I hadn't had it yet.
I would never tell you that's 100. And
Chris was like, "You got to try mine," and I tried the rye. I was like, "This is really good." He's like, "Would you guess it's 123 proof?"
No way.
There's no way. Phenomenal pour at 123 proof.
I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, kids. We have some really big snobs that are friends. We love you. We're not judging. I want to do like 3 of them. I want to do like a Crabtree and a Jack. And,
those guys watch though. They're going to know now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to try some Peeps, and I want to see if they even can come close.
Yeah, this one does not drink anywhere near the proof. Doesn't smell anywhere near the proof.
Because this fooled my palate 100%.
I could sit around and drink that all night. There's not a lot of 120
well, I don't know about all
ryes. Well, yeah, I get halfway through and hit the deck.
After 2, maybe not.
It would be
wow.
It would be interesting to me to kind of pair this up with some other high proof ryes that we've had. We had like the Old Ezra, the 7-year rye is a little higher proof rye. The Old Elk rye we had a little higher proof. Maybe we'll do a high proof rye flight.
Ooh.
But this does not drink to that. It's really, really good. Something else I just noticed on the
label.
label
Driver on that one.
when Ed flipped the label around, it tells you
wow.
that the corn seed that was used in this bottle, it's Beck's 6158, whatever that means, the specific seed that they pulled out, so that next year's release you will see a difference. So you'll know by the label what corn seed was used, what release it is.
I'm dumbfounded that it's that hot. That's that hot, and it's not hot.
Yeah, not at all. You couldn't tell me this was almost 125 proof rye. There's no way. Absolutely no way. I've had some Thomas Handies that were kind of in the upper 120s.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to lose some money. Or win some money. Either way, however you want to throw that. You bet someone on this, they're going to lose big time.
This is a cool pour.
Wow.
This to me is one in the series that's worth the money. All right, the other, I've had the wheated. I wasn't blown away by the wheated. Low proof, kind of sweet, but there's so many good wheats.
What's the proof on it?
I want to say it's like 104 or 102 or something like that.
I do like wheated though.
But
just Buffalo Trace.
But think about it this way: you could pick up 2 Maker's 46 cask strength wheated for the price of one of these,
Ooh.
and it's like when that's the option put in front of me, I'm going to go to Maker's 46.
More is always better.
But I'm just a Maker's guy. I like the Maker stuff. So the rye to me is very interesting. High proof rye. It's got some age on it. Again, rye doesn't generally get aged this long. That's another thing that's unique to this bottle. This is almost 7-year rye.
When you age rye longer, does it get more wintry?
Honestly, don't know. I think that has way more to do with the mash bill than anything. Like the 95.5 rye that we have from Old Elk. It's 95% rye.
Delicious.
Super, super good. But instantly you're drinking rye. There's no doubt about it. This might fool some people. Again, it's really good on the gums. It's got a great mouthfeel.
You might fool people not only on the proof, but also that's a rye.
It's close to barely legal rye.
Well, you get the. I don't know if you could. I don't know. A super rye guy probably would go, oh, that's a rye.
Yeah. Cool release from them. Again, we always love to support distilleries that are doing new stuff. If a distillery is going to do something new and out there, we're going to give it a try.
Not shit. Yeah,
but the only way to find out is to either watch the show and believe us, or go spend the money and see what it's all about.
We're pretty honest, guys. Okay.
What's funny, I would tell you about 80% of what we drink, we say, probably not worth the money, I won't buy again. There's a lot that we say that about. I have a million bottles that I love and I have backups for. But those are boring. You guys don't want to hear us talk about the H. Taylor single barrel anymore.
Prime example. I'm just throw it out here. I've got a Boss Hog at my place. $600 plus tax.
Oh yeah, the new Boss Hog.
Now, I like Boss Hog. Is it worth $600? No, it's not. I'm sorry. It could be amazing, but unless it makes you feel like you just had an orgy.
Yeah, for that kind of money, yeah, it's a little steep.
And a smorgasbord at the same time. No. I don't. I mean, it's delicious. It's awesome. It's amazing. No.
Yeah, I think the general consensus here is the bourbon is good. It is different. If you're a Heaven Hill fan, it's probably going to be worth the investment for you. If you're just looking for a decent rounded bourbon, you're not going to want to spend $100 and something on that. The rye, however, is phenomenal. I love that rye. I think it's great.
It's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Maitland for turning us on to that. Wouldn't have tried it without him. Really, really good pour. Went out of my way to find this bottle. Once it dropped to Total Wine, and concierge, pick it up. Thank you very much. And the next time one comes in, I'll get another one.
With that being said, my friends, listen to what we say, because we're here for you, not just for us. And with that being said, drink one for us, because I'm probably going to drink one more.
We got at least one more.
Yeah. And we'll see you on the next one, my friends.